Do 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 do. It's the Allington and Kelsey show. Ding.
So today we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of public transportation and some of the differences in the U.S. and Brazil.
Sure. So, maybe we should start with the advantages of public transportation.
Yeah, I guess one of the big advantages is that you can just kind of relax. You don't have to worry about driving or traffic or anything like that because you're not really in charge of when you arrive.
Totally. And I also think an advantage is that you're helping the environment because if you ride a bus, that means that there are less cars on the road.
Right. But some of the disadvantages are like if you want to go somewhere, you have to wait for the bus, you have to wait for the metro. Sometimes metro is really full and people are pushing you.
Or yeah, sometimes you have to sit next to some smelly old man that you may not want to sit next to.
That happens, yeah.
What else?
If someone's got their earphones that are playing really loud.
They're playing really loud music and you can't sleep because someone's choo choo cha in your ear.
Yeah, that's not so fun. But I think like here it's a lot more people use public transportation. Like we were talking with one of our friends who's American and she was like, oh, I need to buy my bus ticket in advance so there's only going to be one bus. But we were telling her like, no. It's like there's a lot of people that take the buses and so that's definitely a difference.
Definitely.
In the U.S., taking a bus is pretty rare.
It's very rare, and a lot of cities don't have great bus systems or metro systems, for that matter.
Which cities? I think San Francisco has one.
They do. Chicago and New York have metros as well.
DC has one. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Los Angeles definitely doesn't, and that's a city where you need a car.
You have to have a car, or you just can't get around.
Yeah, which contributes to the smog, the blanket of pollution above the city, unfortunately.
And I think like taking a bus in the U.S. is more dangerous than here. Like taking the bus just around town is more dangerous, don't you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. It is more dangerous. You just don't know who's going to be on the bus.
Yeah, and because most people have cars, like the only people that really take the bus usually are people sometimes with lower socioeconomic statuses, and I think it's a little more dangerous.
A little more dangerous. Another thing is that most of our public transport closes at night, with the exception of Chicago Metro, which is open all night. That's the only one, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I only took a bus once before I came to Brazil.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
But people do ride their bikes a lot too.
That's true. There's a big movement right now in a lot of cities to have, kind of like in Sao Paulo right now. The last time we were there, it looked like they were making an effort to make
more bike lanes, like a lane of traffic. Like a lane of traffic just for bikes.
Yes.
People to get around the city. Because here it seems dangerous. You have to weave in and out of traffic.
Yeah, I don't understand how those motoboys do it, for example. But that they're on motos, and if you're on a bike, it's even worse.
I think like trains. Maybe it's a little bit easier to travel by train in the U.S. than in Brazil.
Yeah, there was a transcontinental railroad set up.
And, sorry guys.
In the 1800s.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely more train travel like in between cities, but it's expensive. Most people take cars or planes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars. There are a lot of cars, and there are a lot of planes.
It's not too expensive to take the plane if you book it in advance.
Exactly, and there are a lot of airlines right now that are coming up with cheaper options. So.
Right. So I usually try to fly. I do too.
It's more efficient. But of course, everyone talks about that famous road trip that they took.
Yeah.
That's a different subject altogether.
So in Brazil, I guess we like it pretty well.
Yeah. The campus bus.
Yeah.
I prefer to walk to campus, but it's always nice to know that there's a bus going there.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No.
It'd be nice if you could take trains in between cities. It'd be so much faster than the bus.
Yeah, the omnibus. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to sleep on those really long rides. So.
Be faster.
Yeah.
No
Trains
traffic.
would be faster.
But overall, it's nice that you have more options, I feel like, here. You don't always just have to fly or drive.
Exactly. It seems to me like Brazil has a better system of, I think you guys have more options than we do.
Yeah.
So,
we hope you guys.
Hope we didn't bore you too much, but that's our those are our thoughts on public transportation.
All right.
Ciao.